Asteroid CE2XZW2, fake or truth? January 2026. The news breaks with a frightening headline. An asteroid is heading toward Earth. The titles get harsher and harsher. Dangerous close approach. Possible collision. The countdown has begun. Social media explodes. People share alarming posts, remember apocalypse movies, and start asking the same question. Is this real, or are we being scared again? The name sounds like a secret code to view. Yesterday nobody had heard of it, today everyone is talking about it. Let's start with the basics. The asteroid does exist. It was genuinely detected by telescopes. This is not a fake name or a blogger's invention, but this is where the important part begins. The object was discovered very recently, which means its orbit was calculated using a very small amount of data. At this stage, trajectories can look terrifying. Lines intersect, distances shrink, algorithms produce alarming scenarios. This is exactly how loud, scary headlines are born. The size of CE2XZW2 is estimated at about 20 meters. Sounds dangerous, right? But let's compare. In 2013, a meteor of a similar size exploded over Chelyabinsk. It never hit the ground, but the shockwave shattered windows and scared thousands of people. That object wasn't detected until after the explosion, and even that event was not a global catastrophe. There are many similar cases. In 2004, the whole world was talking about Asteroid Apophis. The media claimed a high probability of impact and a threat to Earth. Risk percentages were discussed on television. We all know how it ended. After orbit refinements, the danger disappeared. Apophis flew past Earth and became a textbook example of how astronomy really works. These stories repeat regularly. Every year, NASA and other agencies detect dozens of near-Earth objects. Some of them initially appear on risk lists, only to disappear completely days or weeks later. The reason is simple: new observations change the calculations. The same thing is happening with CE2XZW2. Early data suggested an extremely close approach. Media outlets grabbed the scariest numbers and presented them as almost guaranteed facts, but neither NASA nor the European Space Agency issued any alerts. There are no official warnings and no confirmed impact scenarios. Moreover, there is a possibility that in the information cast, CE2XZW2 was partially confused with another object, Three-Eyed Atlas. This object is also being discussed, but unlike the frightening headlines, Three-Eyed Atlas is currently moving away from Earth and poses no threat because of similar wording, incomplete data, and rushed publications. Different objects may have been merged into one scary story, amplifying the panic. It's important to understand this. If a real threat existed, the information would immediately appear in international asteroid monitoring systems. That did not happen, which means this is not a doomsday asteroid, but a classic example of how early, raw data turns into sensational news. But here's the real truth: Earth is not isolated. Space is close. Asteroids pass near our planet all the time, sometimes closer than the moon, sometimes closer than satellite orbits, and almost always without consequences. CE2XZW2 is not a fake, but it's also not the end of the world. It's another space story where science says we need more data, while the internet screams we're doomed. Fake or truth? Now you decide.